Hey guys, today we're gonna take a look as to how to play Nautica and Semmelweis together with Flutterpage and Fatutu in a follow-up setup. Here of course the rotations drastically change, and this shows from the very first turn onwards. Let's go over it. Like it always is in teams in which you play Flutterpage, you will accumulate her ultimate so that you can use it from the second turn onwards. You can immediately start the challenge. You move an incantation with her, you use 2 incantations with her, and now what you always also want to do on turn 1 is you activate the counter incantation with Nautica. This puts her into a status called Mother Spirit's Guidance, and while Nautica is in this status, every time you accumulated 6 Bloodtithe, she will use a follow-up attack called the Mouth of the Mother. And this is what you are trying to accomplish and what this team is pretty much all about. So from turn 2 and onwards, you always want to accumulate as much Bloodtithe as you possibly can. Now, how you do this, right? First of all, your turn 2, always you buff Nautica with Semmelweis's buff incantation. So you have fresh blood, which increases your damage output by giving you crit rate and crit damage. You of course start channeling with Flutterpage. You open up the array with Semmelweis. Then you use every single incantation with Nautica that you have. We have 1. And now, normally you would already start to spread shells with Fatutu, because in this team you, especially in the long run, have to keep yourself actively alive by using Fatutu. In this specific case here, applying AP1 to us would be more beneficial, so we're gonna do that instead. So yeah, we buff Nautica. We of course start channeling with Flutterpage. And after that, we focus on accumulating as much Bloodtithe as possible. Setting up Semmelweis's array already accumulates Bloodtithe. Attacking with Nautica accumulates Bloodtithe, right? We are here in this team, and this was the follow-up attack, by the way, that you just saw. Once you accumulate 6 Bloodtithe, you do this follow-up attack with Nautica that you just saw right there. There it was again. And this is like what you aim for, but you can see, right, if you have a little bit enemies that are a little bit on the stronger side, you are actually with this team in danger of dying. So that's what I meant with you want to spread shells with Fatutu, and you have to actively keep yourself alive to watch out for that. But now on turn 3, you can see that we are still in the Mother Spirit's Guidance in our counter form for 2 rounds. And we also have the buff from Semmelweis called Fresh Blood for 2 rounds. So we are fine. Now, since we are very low HP, we have to in this turn heal ourselves a little bit with Fatutu. That is something that you have to do actually. But now, since we are already, our counter is already active, we instead use the attack incantation now, and we only would use the counter incantation again once our counter incantation runs out. We just saw it is still active for 2 rounds, so we use the attack incantation to reduce our HP and to accumulate the Bloodtithe that we need to actually perform our follow-up attack. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. Now we have a spare AP, right? This spare AP, every time you have it, you either want to apply AP +1 with Flutterpage to your team, or you use Fatutu to spread shells and provide a little bit of healing to yourself. Of course, every time you have Nautica's ultimate up, you of course gonna use it. Little bit of a side note here is that you always, every single time, want to use Nautica's ultimate at the very end of your rotation, because your rotation is there to accumulate more Bloodtithe, and the more Bloodtithe you have, the more damage you will deal with your ultimate. So keep that one in mind. See, boom, that is very, very important. In this team, Fatutu is really a key part. This is Fatutu, you have to use her actively to keep you alive. It's very, very, very important to remember that. So this team is, of course, this team is a little bit awkward. This is not the best in slot Bloodtithe team, but it is a team that is out there, and a lot of people like even see this as the best possible Bloodtithe team, which is of course like ridiculously stupid, you know. I mean, it's misinformation. I talked about this here and there already, and that's really about it. See, you get Flutterpage's channeling going, you get Nautica's counter going, and then you accumulate Bloodtithe as much as possible, while you also spread shells and actively use Fatutu to keep yourself alive. The rest really plays itself, as follow-up teams used to do, right? Once you activated a little bit of stuff and you have done like a setup, the team kind of plays itself. The only thing in the long run that you have to keep in mind is that you refresh the buff from Semmelweis onto Nautica, and that you keep the counter incantation with Nautica active as well. And you also have to actively recast the ultimate with Semmelweis to keep that array up. This won't be a problem, it's just something that you have to keep in mind. And that's it for the video, guys. I hope this was fun and informative. If you like Reverse1999 content in general, please consider leaving a follow on my channel. I would really appreciate that. But until next time, don't forget to join the Discord server, link in the description down below. Take care of yourselves, have a great day, and we love this game.